Yes, 4 tyres. Thanks.
Okay, Rob, get
2
ready.
compulsory stops, 1 with 4 tyres.
Go.
On your right. Hold your line.
Oh,
Clear right.
someone's gone. We're alive though.
Good start.
Left side. Clear left.
Now I'm wondering what the best strategy would be. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, dude. Wondering if taking tyres in one stop and then taking fuel in another stop might be the best way to go. Yeah, I think I might do that. Turn, you bastard. Oh yeah, I'll take my tyres first and then I'll do the fuel stop.
B13, sector 3 time is fast.
I think we made up a couple of spots. Sun's blinding my eyeballs.
Sector 1 time is good.
I'm more than happy just to sit where I am at the moment. Try and fuel save and maybe pick some spots off where we can, if we can. Hate
Sector
that corner.
2 is 0.33 off the pace.
Thank you all though for popping in, it's very much appreciated.
The leader has just done a 159.29.
Now to figure out when to pit. I'm thinking maybe roughly halfway for the tyres.
0.7 seconds.
And then go as far as I can on the fuel, basically. Still got lots of fuel left, so
Sector 1 is 0.36 off the pace.
Happy with my speed at the moment. They're not just pulling away from me. So that's a good sign. Ooh. Oh.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. The gap behind
Made a
is now
few
decreased
mistakes
to
there.
0.5.
Oh. I really nearly went again then. I'm being a bit too aggressive on the brakes and turning in at the same time at the
That
moment.
lap time was 2:01.00. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
Oh, turn you bastard.
Okay, Rob, don't let this guy distract you. Our refueling window opens after 43 minutes and closes after 1 hour.
I just struggle to keep up with the cars ahead.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
That didn't go well, that one. We'll keep pushing though, obviously we've still got an hour and a half, so...
You've just done a 2:00.9. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. Okay, Rob, the next car is Foster.
Bit of understeer there. Screwed that up. Right, sky all over me.
Defend your position, don't let him through. Sector 1 is 0.49 off the pace.
Keep pushing as hard as we can though. Try and keep up with these guys. That was a bit better.
Don't be intimidated, keep him behind you.
Slower. I think I maybe need to use second there. Luckily there's a gaggle still ahead of us, so we still make up spots.
That was a 201.24.
I was very close to the wall there.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Whew.
Okay, Rob, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
We're still alive though, which is the main thing. Still got plenty of fuel left.
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Your lap time was at 202.00. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 1.1.
And that's more because they're fighting, but I'm more than happy for that, so...
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. The gap to Foster in front is now 1.7 seconds.
We are unfortunately losing touch with the cars ahead. Not as quickly as usual though, which I think is a good sign that I'm starting to get better at the car.
Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace.
Oh, not going as fast as I'd like though, admittedly. Can only drive as fast as I feel comfortable with.
Your last lap time was at 201.74. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. Just ignore him, he'll go away. Quicker than you, entering tower. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Practicing my defending while I'm at it, so... These guys will eventually get me, but I won't make it easy.
The gap to Foster ahead is increasing. It's now 3.3. That lap time was 2:02.34.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Okay, Rob, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Car left. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Car right. Hold your line. Clear right. On your right. Clear right. Right side. Hold your line.
Ooh.
Clear right.
Sector 3 is 1.3, off the pace.
Race control can investigate incident lap 10, car 877.
Copy that.
Feeling like my life depends on it at the moment, so I know we're losing time, but this is good practice for me.
Sector 1 is 0.7, off the pace. Alright, Rob, you're reeling. Foster in. The gap's now 4.6. The gap behind is now 1.0 seconds.
See if I can pull away.
Sector 2 is 0.5, off the pace.
Oops, still got 18 laps of fuel left.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. You've just done a 201.57. There's an incident in Christensen, yellow flag.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened back there. So we're thinking about our first stop soon.
The gap behind is now 0.9.
Should do that in second, I think.
Incident in Sunset.
Oh dear. Just pooped myself a little bit.
P11. That lap was a 201.94. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Hunter is getting closer. The gap's now 0.7.
I know he is, Spotter, I know he is.
Car 979, have a drive-through, overtaking extension of car 877.
Sector 2 is 0.2 off the pace.
Ooh. Don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold these guys off for, but I will just try and do what I did previously. Turn, you bastard.
That was a 201.41. Okay, Rob, you're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 3.0 seconds.
I don't know if the car up ahead's damaged. Oh, a bit too hot into there.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. The gap to Shepherd behind is now 0.8.
Thank you to everyone who's still tuning in, it is very much appreciated.
Don't let this guy distract you. That was a 201.75.
Oops, too hot. Screw that up and he's right behind me now.
Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Sorry if I'm not talking too much, everyone. Oh shit. Whoops, daisy. Oh, went in way too hot there.
Alright Rob, that's good consistency, keep it up. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace. You've just done a 201.50. Time to get defensive, mate. Sector 1 is 0.49 off the pace. You've got half your fuel left.
Sorry if I'm not talking much, everyone. I'm concentrating a lot to try and minimize the mistakes.
Sector 2 is 0.48 off the pace.
People are taking their stops, so I'm going to do my tyre stop soon.
Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. That lap time was 201.16.
I'm going to go and do the tyre stop with roughly an hour left, because then it should be, the fuel should take into account the pit stop as well.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
But I might actually pit earlier.
The gap to Shepherd behind is increasing. It's now 0.9.
Not really sure what the strat is though, so
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
so yeah, so there's two compulsory stops, one for fuel and one where you have to take
That was
tyres.
at 201.34. Sector 3 is 0.39 off the pace.
Roughly keeping the same gap to Tyson ahead, which I think is good. Usually he runs away, so at least from me anyway.
The gap to Shepherd behind is now 0.9.
I don't know if we nearly got murdered there, but we survived. Now, obviously, I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I'm hoping that I can, you know, maybe gain a little bit of time doing the strat that I'm thinking of doing.
Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
So-
Your lap time was at 201.43.
So I'm just talking to my team as well, so...
The gap to Shepherd behind is now 1.4.
James is slowly moving away from me. So he was the guy we were behind at the start.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the base.
I'll be pitting in about 3 laps time, I think. Maybe 2. I'm going to pit basically just after there's an hour left. And then run it as far as I can. And then just get the fuel in one go.
E9, Sector 3 is 0.6 off the base. That lap was a 201.46. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the base.
I'm alive.
The gap to Shepherd behind is now 1.4 seconds.
Right, so I think one more lap and then we'll pit for our tyres and then we'll grab the fuel a few laps later, I think.
That lap was a 201.35. Lap times are pretty consistent. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.34 off the pace. The gap to Shepherd behind is now 1.1. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
Alrighty then, let's get one of our pit stops out of the way. Let's make sure the fuel's switched off, tyres are on.
The car ahead's pitting. Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. The car behind's pitting.
Get these tyres done. And then flick the fuel on when we get back out on track. And we'll see how we go. Can't take all the fuel yet anyway, so I'd rather run it as dry as possible before we can.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. I've got new tyres, so I can brake later than I was. Okay, Rob, don't let this guy distract you. He's quicker than you into tower. You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 0.7.
I don't think people took tyres when I did. Oh.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line.
Oh shit.
Still there. Clear left.
Keep it within the track limits.
Tried to use my new tyres a bit too hard there.
Okay, Rob, pit window open.
Car right. Clear right.
Come on, don't make it easy for him. Make him go the long way around.
Ooh.
Keep the pressure on. Don't give him any respite.
Right side. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Pitting for our fuel soon.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the base.
Car left. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Come on, Rob. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
Let's try and use these tyres for the last few
Let's see
laps
how wide you can make this thing.
to try and make a gap. So
P11. Don't panic. You got time to sort this out. You're 0.2 off the pace in Sector 1.
let's hope those two behind fight, so we can pull away.
The gap behind is now 0.9. Sector 2 is 0.28 off the pace.
So we will go until the tank is basically dry before we go and take our fuel.
Okay, Rob. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 3 is 0.42 off the pace. That's the fastest lap. Your lap time was 2:00.4 seconds. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 8.1 seconds. That's halfway. We think about 9 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 1 is 0.49 off the pace.
So I'm not sure how it's going to go with our fuel stop. Whether we need to take less than other people or not. We'll keep pushing. We've still got, what, just under 4 laps of fuel left, so we will have to pit soon. but we should be able to do it all the fuel in one stop.
You've just done a 201.00. Sector 3 is 0.42 off the pace.
There were 47
Leader
minutes
is
to
pitting
go.
now.
So it's going to get fairly dark, I think.
The gap in front is now 8.8 seconds. The gap in front is now 8.9 seconds.
I think I can maybe stretch to one more lap. Maybe two, we'll see.
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Your last lap time was a 2:00.8.
See when we cross the line, but I think I can squeeze another one out of it.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1.
Broke a bit early there. Starting to struggle to see the apexes now. Do you think we do one more lap and then we'll pit?
Okay, Rob, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. Very little fuel left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. P10. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. You've just done a 2:00.9.
Oops.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Daisy. Pushing a bit too hard now. I'm struggling to see the apexes because it's getting darker and darker and we've still got 40 minutes to go.
The car in front is Butler.
We'll pit this time and then that's all our compulsory stops done. Make sure the tyres are off. Whoops.
Alright, Rob. Very little fuel left. In this lap, box
Not
this
doing these
lap.
tyres any good,
Gap
but
to Butler. Ahead is increasing. It's now
it is what it is.
5.4 seconds. Watch your speed.
Oh, alrighty then.
Box in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Fill her up and then we head out and we do the last 40 odd minutes.
The leader's pitting now. The car behind's pitting now. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
They managed to get out ahead of Tyson. Now we just have to stay there. I have no clue where this strat's going to put me, but
The car behind is reeling you in. The gap
hopefully
is now
it's
2.0 seconds.
in a decent
Quicker than us
spot.
entering Cunningham.
Yeah, I have no clue where that is, spotter. Whew. Alan's catching, so he might be on new tyres.
P13.
All we can do is just keep pushing as hard as we can and hope it's enough to stay ahead of these cars behind us. Oh, not like that, won't be.
The gap behind is now 1.6. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
Whew. I think the two cars behind are on newer tyres because they're catching fast. Now I'm assuming some cars ahead still need to do their second stop.
Okay, Rob. Your lap times are pretty consistent. Sector 3 is 0.29 off the pace. That lap time was 2:01.26. Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace. The gap behind is now
All I can do is
1.1
just keep
seconds.
pushing, and like I said, I hope it's enough. I most probably should have gone longer on the first stint, I think. But learn something for next time. He's definitely on new tyres.
P12, Sector 3 is 0.50 off the pace. That last lap was a 2:01.41. The lead car's pitting.
I think I'm going to lose a spot to the car behind because I think he's on newer tyres. I might be able to keep ahead of the car behind that.
0.6 off the pace.
Now I'm assuming that the car behind has done both his stops.
Okay, Rob, don't let this guy distract you. They're faster than us into Sunset.
I think they're faster than us into most places, Spotter. Screwed that up. He's got
Sector
me
2
here.
is 0.6 off the pace.
Not going to defend because he's going to get me anyway.
Right side, clear right.
Don't let him get away.
Let's just follow him for a bit.
13th place. Come on, we can do better than this. Focus on your exits, keep it smooth. That lap was a 2:01.56. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
Rather pull away from the cars behind than fight with him and slow ourselves down. Plus I can see the apex is better with him ahead of me, so...
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. We really need to be in front of this car.
Not really, Spotter, he's slowly pulling away from me, so... The only reason I'm keeping up is because of the slipstream.
Okay, Rob, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake. You've just done a 201.57. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
The other reason it's good that if I just stick behind him, it's because currently my fuel calculator doesn't know whether I've got enough fuel or not, so...
Don't wait too long. Find that gap.
Pretty sure I do, but at least if I get right up close to him I can lift off a little bit and not lose too much time.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
Keeping people behind at arm's length, so that's good. Oh, I
Sector
followed
2
him.
is 0.6 off the pace. Alright, Rob, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake. That was a 201.00. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
We are keeping somewhat of a gap roughly the same to the cars behind, even with our little mistake, so...
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Keep the pressure on, don't give him a break.
Alan's making a few mistakes at the moment. do get close to him, I'm not going to overtake him. I'm just going to bump draft him for now.
Stay close, there might be a
No
chance
point
here.
fighting and letting Tyson get too close to us.
That lap was a 2:01.65.
It's if I don't screw up. So.
The gap ahead is now 0.9. Sector 1 is 1.2 off the pace.
Oh, okay. So need to reset now after screwing that up. Oh.
Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
Too hard.
That lap time was 2:02.02. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Fortunately, Tyson is sniffing at the draft, so he's slowly catching up with us now. Which isn't what I wanted.
Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. The gap in front is now 0.9.
Oh, I think we're up to 12th now. I'm not sure if anyone else ahead of us needs to pit.
P12. Your lap time was at 2:01.00. Sector 3 is 0.48 off the pace. The leader's pitting now. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
Damn it, this is not what I wanted. I didn't want Tyson to catch up with us. Hey Noodles, how you going, dude? Sorry, I'll look at your message when I get onto another straight. They do, I just can't see crap when it's at a track without floodlights around it, so...
The gap in front is now 0.7. The gap behind is now 0.8.
Yeah, I know, target fixation.
That lap was a 201.27. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Okay, Rob, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. 20 minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left. He's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up, stay smooth.
Yeah, I know, Spotter, I know.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
Well, how you doing, Ned Noodles? How you doing?
P11, you've just done a 201.16.
I would like to get this spot off of this guy because I'd love a top 10. It'll be my best result in this series.
Come on, keep pressing him, force that mistake.
Hey, that's your own fault for not taking time off.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Okay, Rob, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Well, we're all roughly the same speed at the moment. Screwed that up. Yeah, I'm shit at that corner anyway. I can never get it right. I either cut too much of it or I run too far wide. Yeah.
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. That lap time was 2:01.36.
Left side. Clear left.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the
Only
pace.
just managed to get that stop in time.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left. Left side. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Sector 2
I
is
couldn't quite hold him off.
1.6 seconds off the pace.
Whoa, that was close. Ah. That guy's usually a lot faster than me, so... And once I made a mistake and he got in the draft, he was always going to catch me,
what we
so...
can. P12. Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace. Okay, Rob. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
See if we can stick with him there.
Keep searching. You'll find a gap. Come on, find a way around. We're losing time.
He's slowly pulling away from me, Spotter. I'm not sure what you've been drinking. I'm assuming the petrol. Oh. So if we can finish where we are, I think that'll still be pretty decent.
Your last lap time was a 2:01.15. Good consistency. Keep them coming. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Okay, Rob, we've just
Thanks
cut
for
the
that,
track.
Justin. Appreciate it.
We've got some dirty air there, or the tyres aren't happy, one of the two.
The gap in front has increased to 1.2.
Still, we've made up, what, 3 spots so far from our starting position, so that's good. Oh.
The gap ahead is now
Maybe.
1.5.
Has been a long race, we're going for
Sector 1 is
an hour and a half
0.5
now,
off
so-
the pace.
I'm
Alright,
doing a
Rob,
bit of
10
fuel
minutes
saving
to
just
go.
to
That's
make
10
sure
minutes
that we've
left.
got
Stay focused.
enough
We're still
to
in
get to
this.
the end. So I think we might be a little bit short. Can't be too slow though, because the car behind is catching quick.
Your lap time was 2:01.56. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.37 off the pace. The gap ahead is now 2.3.
We're getting there though, only about 7.5 minutes left. Oh.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
I think we're going to be alright on
You've got
fuel.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
According to the spotter, we've got 10 minutes worth of fuel, so we should be good.
B12. That last lap was a 201.15. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. There's an incident in Christensen. It looks like Quinn. The gap in front is now 2.7 seconds. Track limits.
That was stupid. The tyres are screaming enough at the moment. Just see if we can hold on to this place. Yeah. I just pushed too hard through the corner. Fuel's getting lower and the tyres, I've been on these tyres for about an hour now, so... Well, coming up to an hour, so they're not exactly the newest of tyres, so... I am, yes I am. Seeing as I'm not in work tomorrow.
Okay, Rob, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
It's close to the wall there.
Hunter is getting closer. The gap is now 3.6 seconds. He's
I know
faster
he
than
is,
you,
Spotter.
entering Cunningham. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
We've only got a few more laps to go, I think. As long as I don't do anything monumentally dumb, we should be alright. That's another spot for us. I think that was the leader who's just dropped out.
The gap in front is now 3.8. P11, you've just done a 201.13. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. That's good consistency, keep it up. There's an incident in Zone 5.
There's another spot.
Come on, Rob. Push, push,
Top
push.
10.
We can get this guy. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
I think we should be good. Only
That's
took
2 minutes
people
left, 2
disconnecting
minutes.
and people sliding out, but I might be able to get the top 10 I wanted. Damn it, not the white flag, so...
Incident in Sunset. Looks like it's Hunter. 10th position. That was 201.32. We're running on fumes, mate.
So I think the guys behind had an issue. So I'm just going to fuel save a little bit. Just to make sure we can get to the end.
Sector 1 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. We're running on fumes, mate.
We're going to be coughing across the line at this rate.
One more lap to go. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
Yeah, I know.
You're a second off the pace in Sector 1. 2 litres left.
Don't think I'm going to make it.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 1.6 seconds. He's faster than you into Le Mans. 1 litre remaining.
Oh, Jesus.
Looks like P6 has gone off in turn 1. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh, just...
P10. Okay, it's over.
Jesus. Oh, fucking hell.
Well done to Simon for taking up the championship, and Ross
Nothing left.
so really good.